5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Freaky CPK joined by Z-Rock. The draft underway. So, of course, if you happen to be just tuning in, SFTe-sports taking the first game over OG behind a gyrocopter played by Thompson. And obviously a good Necro game. I mean, across the board, it's just a solid play from them and deserving the victory. So, OG, we'll see what kind of adjustments they make going into game number 2. Well, they banned Necro.
That's an adjustment, yep.
Slight one.
But still with the Lich on the opening, and you got to give Jerax his Earth Spirit. I mean, it's just so hard to not do, right? It's like leaving Wisp open for somebody like EG or Liquid. You just don't do it. So, oh man. SFT, though, with the same opening we saw yesterday in one of our evening games with the Night Stalker AA.
Yeah, Night Stalker AA coming out, and as we mentioned yesterday too, I mean, the idea of a mid-ancient apparition is apparently a thing once again, but probably not.
I mean, Thompson already played mid-gyro. Might as well play mid-AA.
You know, a hero that actually Thompson does like to play, because I happen to be watching this team with all these open qualifiers, as I mentioned. Invoker is a very comfortable hero for him, and the interesting thing with him is he likes to build at Quas Wex. He goes QW pretty much every game I've seen him play the hero.
This would be a very rough game to go Quas Wex Invoker. Like, you're going to be so light on damage with those as your supports, and struggle to do enough early game, I think. At least from the opening we see here. Quas Wex Invoker also just lacks the damage if he gets roamed on. He's a lot better being the one doing the roaming. And with Jerax in a game, that just sounds awful.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be sitting on your lane, he's going to be watching you with wards. But I want to see a backup plan out of OG. I want to see something a little bit more. I want to see more involvement out of No-Tail. I don't think he does well as the hard farming one role, like the AMs and the Phantom Lancers, things like that. I like to see him on things like Sven, Necro, which is banned, Veno, which is also banned. Just a lot of these skirmishy type carries he seems to do a lot better on.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lifestealer would be better. Pairs well with the Earth Spirit.
What about like a Terror Blade? That kind of screams No-Tail to me.
See, they did that though, and it had a negative win rate for them. Like, they played a lot of Terror Blade games going into TI this year, and actually really struggled to secure wins with it.
5 seconds.
Naga Siren, always an option.
Naga's an option. Meepo.
Meepo's a great option.
Like, teams have forgotten that No-Tail does play this hero. It's definitely something to be keeping in mind.
No-Tail.
And there is the, I don't know, the easy combo, I guess.
Yeah.
You just chrono into A ult, and it works great. The only worry with it is it puts you really reliant on those ult cooldowns. If there's a bunch of blink daggers or a bunch of mobility out of OG and you happen to blank one chrono, you can just kind of lose the game off the back of that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of teams have shied away from this duo. It used to be such a prevalent duo, and it's a super strong laning pair. Like, Faceless Void trades so well using Time Walk to take off damage, as well as having the bash that with Chilling Touch factored in, you can pretty much kill any offlaner.
Brewmaster.
Yeah. S4 plays it, No-Tail plays it.
Yep.
I'm really curious to see which direction it's going.
Well, go ahead.
We've seen them. They've tried carry brew before, so I'm really curious.
So what I was going to get at here, Complexity has actually ran a lot of Brewmaster lately. Specifically Chessie for complexity. He not only spams this hero in pubs, but in their tournament matches in the King's Cup, he's actually been playing it a fair amount as the carry Brewmaster. So, you kind of bring that up. And so there, I guess my point is, there's a team out there that also has done that, pretty well and to some decent success. If you're comfortable with the micro, and of course, a player like Notel and S4R, and in the laning phases here, I think is really strong too, between his passive and the Drunken Haze spam.
Yeah, I think talent smoothed them out a lot. Like, we used to have the situation where early game he was just a monster. He could crush lanes, he could do really well into the mid game once he got his blink, and then he just kind of didn't do much. But I think now you can build him to the point where you go boots and then a blink, and then you look towards more carry-esque items, Shadow Blades, BKBs, things that are going to let you right-click and abuse those new talents that Brew has, that massive attack speed talent, even a nice little damage talent as well. Really can scale him well into the late game if you run him as a one position.
But also the offlane potential. I know Keizu actually has also been playing it a fair amount, speaking of offlane. And as you talked about, S4, of course, has history even last year playing it here and there. So it's either or.
I really want to see it as a one here, especially against Void Weaver. Neither of those are really great candidates for a super early MKB, so the evasion's going to do some serious work if this is a core Brewmaster. The big worry you have, though, is if you run core Brew and he gets AA ulted in a chrono, he's still very vulnerable to die there, and if he dies pre-split, it's just devastating. Like, that's the biggest fear with Brewmaster. If you run him as a carry or a mid, if he doesn't get split off, he's just 30% of the hero he was.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, they're in the reserve time pretty deep here to figure out their fourth hero. So this could be telling of perhaps where Brewmaster will ultimately end up being.
And I think this is going to be real telling. What they pick for Rezo here is going to be really telling on what they feel like his position is going forward. Like, Death Prophet is, I don't want to say a simple hero, but a fairly binary hero. And a Lycan definitely is going to open up a lot of options for them. This is looking like it's going to be offlane Brew now, or solo safe lane Brew even, and then you aggro tri lane. But it's going to really supplement their damage a lot. Like, Brew crits are going to hurt when you're howled.
And of course, against Night Stalker, Lycan is yet again another good option there, as far as the howl synergy of nighttime.
It's good as an evasive option here. I'm not sure how much I like taking Lycan into Void Weaver, though. Like, you're going to really struggle to kill those people during an ultimate. And your crowd control, definitely not the best here. You're still in a one stun based lineup on OG.
Technically, too, with the Earth. Brilliant.
In split, yeah. Okay, that's
really
more of a playmaker. There's their do stuff hero, but again, you essentially have one stun, one silence as far as what you can use in the middle of a team fight. Against Void and Weaver, this is scary.
And where is Weaver going? So is this going to be an offlane Void potentially? Because Weaver's safe lane?
I think you run dual lanes. You go like Weaver Night Stalker off and AA Void safe.
Okay. So their mid option then is what you figure they probably still want.
That'd be my guess. If you win the Sentry War, mid Weaver actually does work against Queen of Pain. If you can disjoin all the Shadow Strikes with Shikuchi and just play into the Queen of Pain and really aggressive, it can do a ton of work. The only concern then is you have to rush out a bunch of HP, or you just die at 6. Like, she just scream ults you and you die. Mm-hmm. But we'll have to see. That'd be a little brave. I haven't seen that in a while. They also could run offlane Void here, and if you run Weaver as your safe lane with Chilling Touch, it's a lot of damage. Like, you hit level 2, you Chilling Touch, and you just double hit with the Chilling Touch right away on Weaver.
Gyrocopter is still on the board.
It would fit the lineup very well. It makes you very weak to Ghost Scepters, but there's not a lot of Ghost Scepter buy on this OG side.
You got Faceless Void Diffusal candidate, though, as well as Weaver even, so I don't even know if that would be that good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think something like a Puck might be a little safer, but it is banned. That was their final ban.
Invoker is still there. The idea of the Thompson Invoker, if they wanted to ultimately go that route, more comfort factor.
Yeah, could work. There it is.
So again, I have not seen him go Exort yet. So
to be fair, Quaswex Invoker does just destroy Brewmaster at pretty much every stage of the game until he gets BKB. Brew has a very, very low mana pool, so the EMP is going to basically stop the ult from even going off. So if you tornado EMP S4, he becomes a walking potato.
Let's just love that description. A walking potato. That Brewmaster will be. I mean, the passive is still there, but he wants to be able to activate Primal Split, of course.
Bumbling, fumbling potato.
So again, Quaswex tops in. What I've seen, not only that talent build, but he likes to build, of course, the urn into even I want to say it's a drums.
Yeah.
And then he actually goes back to a Hand of Midas into an Ags. That's like been a typical build that I've seen from him.
The issue on Invokers, if you don't go Midas, it's really hard to get to that late game state where you have access to all of your skills leveled up. But Urn into anything on Quaswex Invoker does so much, because every time the Urn ticks, you get a Cold Snap proc.
Yep.
That's honestly just the whole broken mechanic behind that. It does mean Night Stalker can't get Urn, though, which kind of hurts. That's your most mobile roaming hero. Now,
they saw AA place the sword, most likely, and Fly's coming over with a sentry. There you go. So
generally what I like to see teams do is leave it. Yeah, this is great. Because what this means is Queen of Pain's not going to have to drop an Ironwood branch to get the Super Tango. You just have Queen of Pain wait until she needs some regen, Tango's the ward instead, and still gets the gold from it as well. I love this out of Jarak. He got out so fast they weren't sure if he placed the ward or not. And so they weren't quite positive where it was placed.
Yeah. Nope, he placed it on his side, actually, so... They're not
really well done. Really, really well done out of him there.
Yeah, they get Jarek's and Earth Spirit once again.
Honestly, though, man, from a draft standpoint, I give the edge to SFT here. I really do think they have the potential to 2-0 this.
With the momentum, and again, clearly playing some comfort, like I said, Thompson playing that Invoker. Illidan Weaver, I know that rings a bell as well, so they got to be on cloud nine, like I said right now, and not to act like you have the victory by any means, but I'm kind of with you as well. Well, yeah,
cloud nine,
get it.
Rest in peace.
All right, so it will be Pexu supporting the Weaver down here. You got Faceless Void at the top lane.
Feels bad. The ward was slightly in ranged creep range, so he doesn't really get the value out of the Tango. He just had to use it right away, so the creep didn't get the ward kill.
Oh. Well, Thompson, you need to be careful here a little bit. Air Spirit's rotating in. So, see if they look to jump him here shortly.
He's going to be an exceptionally hard gank, though, going Quaswex. It's a level 1 potential to do a lot of damage to him, but Ghostwalk could be online as early as level 2.
Bottom lane, Night Stalker rotated down here, so will be a defensive trial lane of sorts for SFTe-sports, trying to get that farm in Illidan and prevent Brewmaster. But right now, Brewmaster, he's soaking up some nice experience. Got a half a level in. A magic stick even.
He's feeling fairly confident. And going Drunken Haze at 1, that means he's feeling okay here. A lot of times offlane Brew's almost forced into taking passive right away, just so if they get gone on, they have a shot at living. But this is going to let him actually contest the side pull, get his level 2. That's very nice for him.
Niqua going toe-to-toe with No-Tail up here.
Look at this mid lane. Like, Thompson's having to give so much respect to Jarax here. Now they're rotating STST in.
Yeah, they're rotating the Night Stalker in here. Resolution just continues to just run at him, but okay. Kind of getting creep blocked there even. Be a little bit careful. In that middle lane, Haste Rune. And Queen of Pain positioning herself to pick that up. He's going to take some cold snap here, but we'll be able to grab it though. And be fine. So Night Stalker still has another minute 45 before that nighttime. At least wants to get 2, of course, if not 3 ideally. Tornado just harassing Queen of Pain there. Or did that stop? That might have actually taken off a salve. Not sure. I think I saw salve in his inventory, and now it's gone. So I think he might have taken that off there. As Illidan going at it with Brewmaster here. So Illidan, what kind of farm are we going to see on the Weaver? Do you think he prioritizes the Lincoln Sphere here? Is this going to be more of an aggressive game as far as damage items go?
Lincoln's is okay. It gets taken off really easily by the Brewmaster Haze, obviously. I would like to see just like Dragonlance into Diffusal or something. Something a little bit more aggressive, but with some extra HP. He's just got to get ahead of the Queen of Pain's burst, basically. If he can do that, he'll be in a good shape this game.
Well, as far as level 3 even, so Brewmaster so far is managing to do pretty well. That's what you'd expect out of him.
It's a trade-off though. Nequa has 4 already in this top lane and getting CS.
And then there's Faceless Void. Playing the off-lane Faceless Void, kind of asked the same question of him. I mean, does he go more of that just a pure initiation route? They got the damage from both Invoker and especially Weaver, or does he build up more like Diffusal, Manta, things like that?
Mom.
Mask of Madness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always so good of an item.
It really is. That item's just so solid on Faceless Void.
Well, I guess
after...
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, after the Diffusal nerfs, I think it's just the better choice now. He's actually going to push the Slich off the Bounty Rune as well, so potentially get double bounties.
Well, Jerax picks up the Bounty Rune down here in front of Night Stalker, so nice ninja from him. S4. Swarm is applied, actually. He's in some trouble. Void comes out. It is nighttime after all. Throws out the Thunderclap, but this is very likely going to be First Blood right here. Misses coming out because of the passive, man. Oh, if he got himself denied, that would have been so clutch. But it is
Equa's going so hard on fly up here.
Dash proc, one more. God, didn't even need the bash there. First Spirit ports in, but he's not going to be able to catch up to him. No Boulder Smash here. And let the run begin. He's just going to go for the TP.
Yeah, he saw Jerax try to silence, so there is no stun up.
But yeah, going back to the Faceless Void too, I guess another way to ask that is, does he go Ags this game? Is this going to be like a Chronosphere Faceless Void, or...
If Weaver's ahead, I think that's
damage?
fine. Yeah. I think you can go Ags Blink if your Weaver is ahead, after you've gotten one, like, farming item.
Yeah. Alright, here Invoker almost has, the Phase Boots finished. As STSD comes in, again, being nighttime, Resolution has to respect that. Even level 2 Night Stalker. Although Earth Spirit rolls in on a Thompson here. He's got a Tornado. He's silenced up currently. You need to throw that out, but a nice blink in from Resolution. Nope, never mind. Thought he was going to Ghost Walk there, but no, he actually just stays alive.
Yeah, Quaswex Invoker, man. That's a lot of regen.
It is.
Very, very heads-up tango from him, too, though. Like, Thompson saw he was getting gone on, just jammed a tango right away, and that actually was the difference maker in whether that auto killed him or not.
Jeez. Now regen, he pops a Shrine, so back and good to go here.
This Lycan pick is just so odd to me out of the side of OG. Like, it doesn't really do anything to enable their game plan. It makes Queen of Pain a huge damage threat and right-clicking as well with Howl, but it just seems very disjointed.
Yeah, picking it into a Chronosphere is a little risky, but like I said, I think the Night Stalker synergy is what makes it the most appealing, if anything, but we'll see if it pays off in the end. I mean, still plenty of game left. He does have the best farm as far as CS goes right now in the game. He's having a very good time up here. And top lane, Faceless Void. Can he get the time walk off? He cannot. Good lockdown from Jerax, and Nequa just living life on the edge. Eventually bites him in the ass. Resolution, though, they're able to run him down. That's a double damage on Night Stalker. Got to be a big reason for that kill.
Yeah, he got a little ambitious on Rezo there. They knew the Night Stalker was coming. They had this warded when he grabbed the double damage.
Just simply gets caught, and I'm sure Cold Snaps, Tornadoes, whatever. Goes back again to the idea of Invoker going to the Quaswex. A lot of that crowd control.
And Quaswex has a bit of a surprise factor. S4 might be dropping in the bottom lane here. We'll have to see.
No-Tail's also dropping at the top lane, so both lanes here. That's what trying to juke around the trees. That's not going to work. He goes down bottom lane. Brewmaster, he's going to be fine. Kills off the bug, but 4-1 start now.
People don't really play against Quaswex Invoker as much anymore. Everyone respects Sunstrike damage and Forge Spirits beating into your face, but the amount of control offered by Quaswex is a little bit surprising to a lot of players.
Yeah. And I'm sure they've done their research, but you do also kind of have to wonder if that's something that, you know, they saw coming in, or did they maybe have to react to it, realizing what was going on. As far as the build goes, Weaver, he actually pops his time lapse right there. Simply to get off the debuffs. Wasn't really in a dangerous spot. Lycan, though. Lycan, by the way, he's invis right here. Smoked up, even coming to the middle lane. This is a rotation from Lycan. He's going to pop the shapeshift. They want Thompson dead. Will this work out? All of a sudden, he runs in. Thompson's like, crap. There we go. The detection comes out.
Wait, who has it? Oh, No-Tail has it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. I was like flipping through everyone else, and I'm like, how are they going to do this? But No-Tail just putting the team on his back, saying, I got this. Don't worry. I'm the support in the Lycan. Yeah,
you could tell that completely caught Invoker off guard there. He was not expecting a Lycan all of a sudden to run at him from the side.
I wouldn't be. That's definitely a very aggressive move.
Fly, he's in a very precarious spot, but he'll be able to get away, it looks like. It's back to daytime, so Night Stalker unable to run him down. As Thompson will pour back in. Silence goes up on a Queen of Pain. He's going to make a play here. Gold snaps? No. That's Tornado, but choosing to hold the mana.
There's a raindrop on the Queen of Pain. Way too hard of a kill.
Yeah. No-Tail's build. I want to get to it before he queued it up, but now he does have the Necronomicon queued up. Is that the choice here, you think?
It's really good into this lineup until Weaver hits 16 or 18 now. Sorry. It's a mana burn on Faceless Void or on Weaver could be super devastating in these team fights. Whether that stops a time lapse, a chrono, and obviously the pushing power is very nice. There's also just not a lot of casual AoE on this SFT side to bring down the Necro units. So I think it has good potential. He's going to be getting to it at a reasonable timing. But it is going to kind of, I don't want to say put them on a clock, but give them a window where they're at their strongest for quite a while once he picks up that Necro.
Yeah. Brewmaster, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You can see it being matched by Rezo in the mid lane as well. Like, he's going a Veil, which is another early game power spike item. After that, I think he has to go Orchid. I don't even think there's a choice in this game. You need that silence so badly.
Speaking of early game items, Brewmaster also following that chain, going the Blink Dagger ASAP. 800 gold saved up. But on Brewmaster, I was going to say this, he's one of these offlane heroes, especially where, you know, level 6 is a spike point for him, similar to a Clockwork, whatever, where he wants to try to use that Primal Split now. And we do see the movement here.
There's a bit of fear putting this much pressure on the mid lane, though. Like, sure, you can shut down an Invoker a little bit. Oh, they're just going to eat this AA, though.
But that's good, because that spots the Lycan, it forces a shapeshift. If I'm the Radiant side, I'm happy with that. Because that was a dead Invoker, most likely.
A DD Howl on Rezo, though, is going to mean that this T1 gets a ton of damage, if not falling entirely.
There's a lot of pressure coming out, but they did not want to give it up for free, that's for sure. Primal Split, though. Invoker gets caught here. And the Sonic Wave right in the face. Take him out. So, not only do they end up getting the Invoker kill, but that tower kill definitely still happening. You see, using the Storm Brewling. Gonna throw up.
They're gonna go on this Void?
They long CC. No, just harassing him, preventing him from denying or anything crazy. They find resolution up here. I mean, Chronosphere is ready. Well, with everyone nearby, it'd be a pretty ambitious move on their part. Boulder Smash going in. Night Stalker with that magnetized ticking him away. He may end up falling here. Yeah, Queen of Pain will finish the job. EMP coming out from Invoker. Catches Fly, actually. And now Fly probably going to die. Cold Snaps on him, so good kill from Thompson, at least.
Yeah, very important kill right now, too, because he just picked up his Urn. Like, getting those opening Urn charges matters a lot, even just for pressure. Like, Cold Snap Urning somebody is going to be a lot of damage at this stage of the game.
So the Tier 1 tower going down, though. OG, overall, a nice sequence of events for them. The Veil has been finished on Queen of Pain, you mentioning earlier. He also talked about the idea of going the Orchid, but right now he has the Yules queued up.
I think this is potentially a mistake. That gives a lot of room to the Void and the Weaver. Yes, you have Jarak's Silence, but that's not enough for two heroes.
Well, for now, that seems like his choice. Nikwa. Now, if they had Sunstrike, you know, this is where the Qualifier is a little unfortunate. Sunstrike, I mean, they guarantee get this kill, but AA, I guess, works too with the Ice Blast. Is that even enough damage, though? I mean, with that armor. Okay, yeah, it is. He does do more than enough. Meanwhile, down here, they run down S4. STSD credit for the kill. Thompson there assisting.
Very, very ambitious out of OG there. The Tornado from the Invoker purged off the haste, so all of a sudden S4 was a sitting duck.
Yeah, that rune that makes you think you're unkillable sometimes. Not so much. So they catch him. A nice couple of kills for SFTe-sports, but one at the top, one at the Bottom shrine spot, and now No-Tail's actually getting caught out. The MP does happen, but the shapeshift already activated. But you see those cold snaps, the offensive urn, and it is going to be enough tick damage for Thompson to get that kill. But now Resolution comes in. He doesn't have much mana to work with, though, and that could backfire for him, actually. In fact, Faceless Void running in with the auto attacks, gets a bash proc right there. Thompson assisting, and Resolution will go down. Boulder Smash comes in very late. The Promise Split as well. Thompson getting low himself, going to maybe Ghost Walk out. No, he's trying to run away right here. Has an urn to use as well, but he's going to be stunned out by the Earth Brewling, and will be picked off in the end. The Air Brewling, meanwhile, throws up Weaver in the air. Thwack. As the time lapse backwards, though, goes the other direction, gets that life back. Shikuchi's the other way, and Illidan makes the escape in the end. STSD is still hanging around nearby, if anything, to buy more time, and that he does. So they do pick off Invoker in the long run, but numbers-wise, it works out for SFTe-sports.
Absolutely. That was such a huge wand from Weaver there to enable the time lapse, sending him in the wrong direction. Worked out super well. Yeah, it sucks to lose Invoker, but when you're running a Tricore like this, that's the least of your worries. Your Weaver and your Faceless Void both did some work there.
Ice Blast. It's going to connect on a Brewmaster. You have the Boulder Smash nearby. Again, Jarek's just on point, lining it up. The Tornado whiffs everyone, but doesn't really matter. More than enough chase right there to take out the Brewmaster. Bottom tower goes down, though.
That's a real crucial death, though. Look how close Brew is to his blink. Like, dying there is super painful.
Yep. 1950 now, gold saved up, so needs 300 more.
Would have been
enough.
50 off without the death.
Drums almost finished on Invoker now, too, so he is going to build as expected. The Urn into the drums, and again, kind of goes back to the Midas into the Ags after.
They had a little bit of miscommunication. Nightstalker had everything for the Urn but the recipe, and then Invoker bought the Urn anyway, and Nightstalker pivoting away from that at this point.
Oh, bottom lane, Peksu. He's dead.
Still have silence up as well.
Chronosphere's ready as well. Oh, they silence him, though. I think I was thinking about maybe trying to use it or even Time Walk. He does get the Time Walk off. And his teammates coming in. I was going to say, they could definitely turn this. Earth Spear now. He's in trouble. The Tornado combo hits Lich off to the side. Fly's going to fall. Jarex is going to go down as well. Queen of Pain's like, wait, this is not going to work. He blinks out. Lycan gets bash proc.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's Frog, ladies and gentlemen. Down goes Lycan. Double kill for Illidan. That was a big turn. The fact that he survived and bought all that time for his team to come in.
AA is perfectly doing its job. Figure out where the heroes are and die. It's actually going exceptionally well for them because of that. They had to use Jarek's stun there, which meant they couldn't stun the Void right away, and then, as you said, honestly the very easy chrono turnaround. And Rezo committed to this Yule, so their offensive capability is going to be severely limited.
Push out the bottom lane for now, is trying to finish that Yules in full. But Illidan has a Diffusal Blade. I believe it's... okay, yeah, it's just about finished. He needs the Robe of the Magi to finish it off. In fact, has enough gold for now with the Bounty Rune. And that's coming out here. So Diffusal Blade on a Weaver.
That Diffusal Blade's a huge confidence buy, too. It means they're feeling comfortable enough to move around the fights and dodge some of the Queen of Pain damage, because he's still very low on HP. The fact that that's not a Dragonlance first into a Diffusal means he really is feeling good about himself in this game.
You do have the Vlad's pick up on Faceless Void. We didn't really talk much about that yet, but... so he passes up the idea of going to Mask of Madness style, more for a solo kill potential. Instead, he goes to Vlad's. More team fight ready. And he is going to blink into Ags right now, queued up. So, yeah, he really is just playing this moving Chronosphere.
Yeah, your Weaver's doing so well. 303, almost 100 CS, leading the charts. You absolutely are fine going this as Void with him having this kind of start.
See, Thompson does have the 1 point into Exort now, so Sunstrikes are potentially there, but at this point it's pretty weak.
What is it, 150 damage level 1?
Not much. See that start to actually come into more play, though, as the game picks up. Gets those levels added on.
Yeah.
Nightstalker resumes, or reconnects even. Yeah, we should be good to resume. So the game plan for OG here, it's... God, he still doesn't even have his Necronomicon. And that's been queued up forever, it feels like. But a couple of deaths have slowed down No-Tail's journey. He's 2-3-3 in this game. Overall.
I mean, Necro 1 should have been coming on around 13-ish minutes. Now being pushed back to the 17-minute or so mark. And every minute you don't have that Necro actually hurts a lot, because that's more time for the Weaver and the Void to get items that are going to help mitigate it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a fairly dire situation for this OG roster right now.
See what you did there.
To be fair, it can all be turned around by 1, 2, 3-man Jerax stun into a Chain Frost into a Sonic Wave. The burst is still there right now.
Oh yeah.
But that window is going to close. As Void gets more items, the initiation is going to be a lot cleaner from the side of SFT, and OG's going to have less and less time to react to it.
Blink on Brewmaster. Of course, an item that they want to try to take advantage of now. Queen of Pain does have the Yule's finish. It's being delivered currently. And OG's setting up as if they want to fight down here. But so you mentioned, I mean, they have some bursts themselves, but this is also a pretty good team fight squad here on the Radiant side. So does OG really want to be manning up, taking a fight here is my question.
They kind of have to. Their lineup doesn't stall well. Like in the ultra late game, they definitely lose this.
Brewmaster, I guess he just simply got caught. Boulder Smash comes through, trying to save the day. Gets the Primal Split off because of that, actually. And now Ninestalker being stunned up. Magnetize taking him down. Illidan's also taking down the Magnetize. He does not have mana for his time-lapse right here. Switches over the Strength Power Trip, but he's going to be run down by No-Tail. And Illidan is very likely... Oh, on Magic Wand, just a couple of seconds. Probably wouldn't matter, though. He does end up falling. Faceless Void, meanwhile, has a Chronosphere. Lifted up in the air by the Brewling. Oh, the Boulder Smash mistimed it just a little bit right there. He's going to throw out the Chronosphere, if anything, to save himself. Here comes Thompson. He doesn't have much mana to work with, though. Trying to finish off S4 at least. The evasion's coming out as that passive of the Drunken Brawler coming into play. He finally will be killed, but at what cost for Ninestalker? The Chain Frost hits him, and he does end up going down. So OG, they get a couple of kills out of it, including Illidan killed. On the Weaver, the Ice Blast coming through. Not going to get anything there.
Yeah, that's what OG needed. They finally won a team fight, and it was all off the back of Resolution. He zoned the Invoker out of that fight entirely. Invoker was forced to commit everything on Rezo, who just managed to blink away from a lot of it. So, nice job there from Rezo, just keeping him busy, giving the rest of his team time to work. It delayed the Chronosphere way too long, and finally an OG victory in one of these skirmishes.
It's got to feel good for them. Still 1,000 or so net worth lead for the Radiant side, but at a point where it's could go either way still.
Yeah, it gave No-Tail almost 1,000 gold, though. That's huge in pushing the Necro progression. Necro 2 now going to be completed here. Necro 3 coming in short order. And the golden timing for Necro 3 has always been about 20 minutes. If you get it by then, that's a good timing. It's going to be effective for about 10 minutes. That's when we definitely need to see the pressure being put on.
Looking at the vision here of either side. OG is the one with some fairly aggressive ward, of course, in the Radiant jungle. Won themselves over the top lane. The Radiant side, not so much.
No-Tail's using these wolves extremely effectively.
That's
just
true,
keeping tabs.
Something you have to remind yourself of. As Illidan, he's going to right into Jerax, gets stunned up immediately. Can he time-lapse in time? He's silenced up for just a little bit longer. Probably going to time-lapse after. There we go. He heals on up. Here comes the Ice Blast, Jerax. Valiant effort on his part, but he's going to be stopped on his rollout, and he will get taken out. Off to the side, Peksu. Chain Frost is coming up for Lich right here. It's a 5 versus 4, though, if you're OG. Well, I guess not technically, because Thompson's over here with STST, but not worth the fight.
Yeah. A bit of an ambitious go there. They had full vision on the side of OG, and thinking they could just bring down that Weaver with just a Boulder Smash is very ambitious. Rezo can just kill him here, yeah. I was watching this, I'm just like, press R?
Yeah.
Nicely done, though, from Rezo, not giving him time to time-lapse.
He
played that beautifully.
It was still on cooldown, so that's why I'm like,
geez.
I just don't even get what Illidan's plan was there. If he maybe thought somebody was TPing in or what, but that was a very silly decision. And you make plays like that, especially against a team like OG, you do not want to give them those kind of openings. So the easy kill on him, and Resolution now top net worth in the game, or has been, even furthers his lead. And now he has the Orchid coming out, as they're trying to do Roshan. Meanwhile, double damage Queen of Pain will assist with that.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go uncontested.
Who do they give it to, Lycan or Queen of Pain here?
I think it's going to go to No-Tail, but I think it should go to Rezo. Like, if Rezo runs out of mana, he can just chuck himself into the middle of the fight, die, and come back with a full mana pool. Versus, if No-Tail falls, you don't get a lot of value out of the second life.
Yeah.
Okay, they are going to give it over to Rezo.
Well, Ice Blast comes in at the last second. See, just a little bit too late, though. So picked up by Resolution here on Queen of Pain.
This is where OG's macro play is going to have to come into play. They cannot win a 5v5 if everything is up and it's a straight up 5v5. They need to either push people around the map weird, find a good pickoff with a smoke, use that extra vision they have. They've got to do something a little out of the ordinary.
Interesting here from Thompson, by the way. He actually chooses to pass the Hannah Minus altogether, and instead it's just going into the Ag. So it's going to be slowing down. I mean, it's progression throughout this game now because of that choice.
Yeah, the only upshot for this for Quaswax Invoker is you can pretty comfortably skip the +1 Forge Spirits at 15 and go 30% XP.
True.
Which is going to push you forward a little bit, but that does compound with Midas very nicely. So it seems like SFT might be feeling like there's a bit of pressure on them right now, which is a little surprising given how the game's looked.
Oh, top lane. Oh, they're just going to put pressure on the tower up here. You got the armor being passed around from Lich, and S4 jumps on in, starts beating on the tower. So it's going to be an easy tier 1 for them at 22.5 minutes, not surprising. S4's working on the Vlad's bottom lane. That's a kill.
They used Chrono.
Spirit. That was a Chrono, yeah. Nice blast as well, of course. And Pexu is going to try to TP out in time. Not going to happen. He's Yule's on up. That does allow Nico to escape, though, so Pexu on that AA. We mentioned it several times. He's
doing his job.
Yeah, getting the information, creating space, as they say. STST, he was
Fly?
viciously pushing this middle lane. It does not stun anymore.
Fly Frost blasted a creep.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, not even a misclick creep, like, intentionally Frost blasted the creep wave.
Well, perhaps, I mean, it does still hit if he's in range, so.
No, like, it was not even close.
It wasn't even close
That
enough
was just
to do
bizarre.
That. Okay.
And
Yeah,
it lost him the kill. Committed Chain Frost, which no longer has a mini stun, so it didn't stop the TP.
Gets out Weaver. Can he get out of this? This is pretty dangerous for him. Magnusson's going on the Sonic Wave. It's just a little bit too late. But he gets a time lapse off, and now Resolution committed for this kill. And it's going to be at a cost for his life right here. He did have the Aegis, so just really using that in the end. Chronosphere is not ready to go for Niqua. Gonna get a bash proc off the bat. The cold snap's coming out with the offensive ready. See that damage. A deafening blast in the face gets him taken out. The primal split, though, from Brewmaster. You look at Thompson going back to the base, pops the Shrine as no-tail. Was running in right there. Still 35 seconds on that Chronosphere from Niqua as Flatus get picked up in the back lines. The Brewling's going to come back together in about 5 seconds for S4, but retreat mode for OG right now. Illidan, okay, he likes to live life on the edge, man. He's going in, not much life to work with, but he is going to be fine here. But they run up to Lycan. They do catch him. The cold snap there once again, and it will be a kill in the end. That massive slow kicking in.
This is not the OG lineup I'm used to seeing. This is looking very clunky. Very, very clunky.
It's a new season, to be fair, in their opening series with the new player on the team, but yeah, SFTe-sports taking advantage, if anything. Feeling comfortable, already up 1-0, and continue to look good here in game 2.
They were so close to killing that Weaver, but the Sonic Wave from Resolution goes wide, and as soon as that Weaver got the time-lapse off, that fight is over.
Yeah, completely turned it. Again, the Resolution committing himself forward and ends up not happening, so that Orchid is going to be a huge pickup, and he actually just about has it here. There we go, in fact. He buys it all. Going to be delivered. So that's going to be a key item for him.
You have your Orchid, you have your Necro 3. What's your play? I mean, this is as good as you get, really.
Well, you got a BKB now in Illidan here, playing the Weaver. So he's going to become that much more difficult to kill. Granted, again, though, with the Orchid, you get that on him first, and you still got plenty of physical damage, especially from Lycan and
BKB the Orchid off, though.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Like, he's almost unkillable now.
He's, the physical damage still feels fairly relevant on OG's side. Again, Brewmaster, you can't underestimate him.
It does if you had stuns to stack, but with only Jerax's stun, that's not a lot of time to bring the Weaver down. Yeah, if you have everyone on top of the Weaver already and he gets stunned, sure, you can just kill him in 2 seconds or less, but if anyone has to move towards him after the Boulder Smash, he's getting out.
Faceless Void, can they capitalize here? There's that Orchid. Jeez. Yes, they can.
You have to. You just have to.
I mean, it secures the kill, that's for sure. So, the take him out. Sonic Wave for Queen of
going to trade for No-Tail, though.
No-Tail is going to go down in the middle lane. They do find him, but now Thompson, he gets away before throughout the tornado. Ghost walks away. Illidan in the face. Has a time lapse. He's going to have to pop it right here. The BKB. He just Shikuchi's away. He's going to be fine. EMP's thrown down. Thompson, they're still chasing her Spirit. Cold Feet is going to end up rocking. No, he gets it off at least, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. He still falls. Fly. Voids up in 1 second. There you go. Connects. Now Fly's in trouble. Queen of Pain is here. STST overcommitting somewhat, and that might have cost him his life. Deafening Blast comes out, but just delaying slightly the inevitable right there. As Thompson now runs away, but Brewmaster did commit a primal split to that. It's a fairly longer cooldown.
They're going to find Thompson and get him in the air, whether they go on this or not.
No.
I can't imagine they have the damage, yeah.
Little too risky. Obviously, he kept the Earth Brewling back, and that's the one it goes to, so... just harassing. As now BKB queued up for the Brewmaster, as well as Queen of Pain. That's going to be a popular item, something tells me. As it usually is. I wouldn't be surprised if Lycan goes for one of his own. As well here. In fact, what does Lycan get next? He's had the Necro 3 now for a little bit. He's died a couple of times, though, so again, the progression's still hurting. I mean, hell, he's behind Brewmaster even at this point.
Yeah, he's in a rough spot. I mean, BKB's not even that good in this game. But if you don't go BKB, Night Stalker just crippling fears you and you feel bad about life. I don't even know, man. Echo Saber, Shadow Blade. If they were in an okay spot, I'd say like BKB Abyssal would be really strong. It gives them another form of CC. It gives him an easy way to stick to a target. But at this stage of the game, I feel like it's going to be too slow.
Mm-hmm. You got Faceless Void. His own BKB, there you go. It is actually finished as well, so the full 10 seconds coming out. SFT will throw out another pause.
I got that inside info.
The players there. So they're going out with multiple events going on. They're going to compete in the, what's the DreamHack or Dream League qualifiers?
Yeah, Dream League. Yep.
So that means the other series here. So that means Hellraisers gets the default win then.
And that was supposed to be a concurrent series, right? Like that was supposed to start at the same time ours did?
No. It was supposed to start an hour and a half later. So it was actually supposed to start pretty much about 10 minutes ago. But, okay, not the case. So Hellraisers, I believe that means they get a default win. They play the winner of this match. And then OG, or no, well, I just got ahead of myself there. The loser of this series.
Way ahead of yourself.
Way ahead of myself. The loser of this series will play, will not play a game, though, because obviously, again, of the forfeit there, so.
GSL stage, you can't have a team pull out. I mean, it just ruins the format entirely.
Yeah, it does, so. But that's the case. GSL, like, it's kind of a mini double elimination tournament here. 4 teams in each. Again, the top 2. The other series, or the other group, by the way, it's...
Yeah. Like, it's really depressing, but with WeStack not even playing in this, it turns this series into one that almost doesn't matter. Because, assuming SFT closes this out, they go on to play Hellraisers, and then the loser plays OG. And, like, whoever wins that moves on. So, it essentially takes away a bonus round or an extra chance for OG, but it really doesn't affect their potential to move forward in this tournament at all. It is. I'm wondering if, like, now that we're seeing this actually happen, which I believe is the intended result from Valve, where teams have to pick and choose, I'm wondering if they're not going to step in and offer some sort of repercussions if a team commits to a tournament. Like, I think the next step is Valve needs to have a portal where if you want to direct invite a team to a tourney, it goes through this official Valve site. And if they say, yeah, we'll play, then they're locked into that. And if they don't show up for a match, they're, like, banned from the next tournament or something. Like, there's going to have to be some repercussions, or we're going to see this like crazy.
The busy schedule here, yeah. So many of these events kind of kicking in. So we've already seen it in several events. I know King's Cup even went through a little bit themselves with their format and everything. So that's an odd statement to make. just the casual police at the door. So get that figured out here. And then the winners finals actually, right? Yeah, the winners finals is going to be happening later on today as well. And we do plan to cast that. So essentially the winner of this will play the winner of, well,
what do you mean? The GSL, yeah. Yeah, the winner of this plays Hellraisers. I still can't believe we have a Kingwin team. I haven't seen Kingwin sponsoring a team in years.
Yeah, that's the former alternate attacks team there, and guys that have been around forever as a squad, so getting picked up by Team Kingwin.
It's an old CSGO staple right there. Kingwin.
We're back. Ready to go again. Ags is queued up for Faceless Void as well. We'll have that short cooldown of the Chronosphere once he eventually gets that. Setting up top lane. Brewmaster is a difficult kill. They have more rotating in, though. They want to go! Ooh. Good thing he canceled the Chronosphere, jeez.
A blank on the Chrono would have given OG a little bit of hope here.
Yeah, Polar Smash. Jerax has some clutch stuns, man. He allows the Primal Split, and now Faceless Void is silenced up. He has to just keep on running at this point. So, flying the back lines, the EMP hits him, and the Ice Wall slowing him down. He's going to be run down by Weaver right here. Looks like, oh my god, a stun again from Jerax, but no, eventually enough damage for the kill on the Lich. Resolution, meanwhile, trying to blink out. The cold snap's happening. No, he does get the blink off. Will survive. So far, the only death on a fly on No-Tail. He does not have Shapeshift anymore. He's going to be disarmed by the Deafening Blast. Illidan standing his ground against him as well. The BKB pop. No chance for No-Tail to get out of there. He'll end up falling. Brewmaster now, they are going to run him down as the Diffusal comes out. That's a Diffusal level 2, by the way. And the Cold Feet probably going to end up proccing right here as well. Nice animation from him, but he goes down for the double kill for Illidan. In fact, Resolution now. Cold Snap once again up. As here comes the Magnetize from Jerax, trying to once again save the day. Ancient Apparitions picked off, though. Resolution with a Sonic Wave in the face of Thompson, going toe-to-toe. The Meatball comes out, though. And Resolution blinks away at the last second with the urn up. Going to be fine. Pops the Shrine. Earth Spirit, though, he goes down. And actually ended up killing Thompson, by the way. Did Resolution. He comes back in, and he cleans up Illidan as well. It's a hat trick coming out for Resolution here as he stops a streak on top of that. That was... wow, a great finish for OG, actually, considering how that started.
Yeah, still ends up being a 4-for-3 in favor of SG, but that could have gone so much better for them and so much worse for OG. Rezo getting that Sonic Wave off and the super huge Magnetize from Jerax, at least making it okay. But again, they're showing they just don't have answers. They had No-Tail right on top of the Faceless Void. He was silenced and stunned up. Still couldn't bring him down in time. It's just... They really have zero answers to this Weaver Void duo core.
Resolution, just, I guess, going to harass Faceless Void. Maybe the support was a little bit slower than he expected. He goes back in, but... what? Heard a BKB.
Well, that's a misclick.
That had to be misclick, yeah. That was a 10-second BKB as well. Ouch.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on cooldown now. 1 second less. A little bit unfortunate, perhaps. Trying to swap around items or in the wrong spot. That happens to the pros as well. It's moments like that where you kind of like, okay, yeah. Like, so I don't feel as dumb when I do it now.
Oh, we've all done
my
it.
games.
Anyone that says they've never done it with over 1,000 games of Dota is lying to you.
Oh, yeah. Except me. Never done it. 5-man smoke coming out here.
It's going to get ruined by Nikwa, though. If he just comes out a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Spots them. And whoa, that is a massive Chronosphere. The unfortunate thing, he also caught Illidan. In comes the Ice Blast. It's going to hit everyone right here. Will it really matter in the long run? Probably. Fly goes down. You see the split up with the Primal Split of the Brewmaster right there. SDSD flies over the edge, all into Jerax, where he eventually is picked off. Resolution blinking in as well. Tornado comes through. EMP put down on top of No-Tail. No-Tail again just really struggling in these fights. He's in Shapeshift. He's just trying to simply run them at this point. He's going to go toe-to-toe, but he'll end up dying in the back lines. Thompson trying to live. That's not going to work, though. Resolution gets a double kill. And now Nikwa caught in a bad spot. He's going to end up going down right here. Another triple kill for Resolution in this fight. I mean, that was an insane Chronosphere with the Ice Blast, but catching Weaver in it as well kind of screws up the momentum there.
Yeah, and not having Invoker around to throw spells right away. It just took a little too long, so the chrono ended up being pseudo-wasted. I wonder if this Ice Blast will be enough to push OG back. They're pretty committed. They want this Roshan kill very badly. But again, we're just seeing, though, what is the Lycan doing in all of this?
He's not doing much,
just
yeah.
really struggling to get anything done. And they are going to peel off the Roche. This is essentially going to feed it to SGT, or SFT.
I mean, you have a double damage rune on Weaver, especially. You do not want to commit to that. They Lycan just resurrecting. They would like his medallion, if anything, to do this Roshan. So now they don't want to give it up, but Chronosphere, what's the status on that? Well, he's dead, so he does have a buyback. 10 more seconds if he wanted to. Anyways, they're going to commit to this. Double damage Weaver. He's dropping. He pops the time. That's a possibility. It could be S4 picks up the Aegis, though, and now ended in a really bad spot. He's going to end up going down most likely as they do run him down, so that ends up working out for OG. The ballsy move to try to steal the Roshan in their face with 2 people really still dead.
Wow.
Probably a bad decision.
Yeah, that was just well played from OG there. It's huge that S4 managed to click that Aegis, or that goes the other way entirely.
It's TST. He's being run down. Resolution starting this off. You see Pneumatic Grip comes out. The Boulder Smash going through the creep wave, and Night Stalker's picked off now too. So that's a Sunstrike. Haven't seen that yet. Oh, the Chronosphere. Again, this is a Brewmaster, though. Oh, he pops a Chain Frost. Brewmaster will end up going down, so the Aegis is going to be used pretty quickly right here. Coming out, but OG swings back some momentum for them. I mean, this Queen of Pain is really ahead. 19.5k net worth.
Yeah, all of these kills. I mean, when you're behind in gold and you end up getting 6 kills yourself, it's just so much gold.
And they're kind of split pushing right here, mainly pushing in the middle lane. The creep's also assisting up at the top.
Yeah, No-Tail's realizing how little he can actually do in a team fight, so he's just trying to always be in a different lane. Because if he can pull Topson or pull the Weaver away, it could be huge, but looking like he might be in trouble here.
Oh, and now Invoker's the one that could be in trouble, actually, so perhaps baiting them out. Topson goes down, he's dead for 70, no buyback. BKB committed by Nikwa right here. No Chronosphere, though. As Ancient Apparition linked in, but did Resolution overstep his boundaries? No, because he has cheese. He eats that up, he's going to be fine. Illidan, oh, that's a time lapse the other way. Unfortunately for him, he's still going to be caught out, though. The burn is up from the Orchid. That's more than enough damage to finish him off.
This is just crumbling for SFT. They have such a huge control of this game in the team fight.
And they're still trying to defend right here, but it seems like they're just almost throwing themselves at OG at this rate. Illidan, though, is going to be able to finish off No-Tail. And so finally, they are going to be able to hold here, it feels. As Fly also goes down, the silence put up on a Queen of Pain. Do they really want to chase this? Looks like they do. There's that time dilation, but Faceless Void, this is what I was saying. Do you really want to chase this?
They don't quite have the damage to actually kill Nikwa, though.
And now Earth Spirit actually may die because of that, so.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Does work out. Whew.
Oh, man. So, Rezo, though. Rezo's the real X factor here. What's going to be his final, like, question mark? Does he sell the Veil? I think he sells the Veil and goes Mjolnir. They need more right click.
I mean, it's great synergy, too, with the level 25 talent, obviously,
yeah.
So 60% life still there, and he does get a course. Chronosphere comes down. Queen of Pain. Is he, though? He got the BKB
Single
up.
frame the BKB.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't look easy.
He's still potentially... Wow.
Get him!
He's out of options,
Great boss. Sunstrike, it's minimal damage still from the extra.
Shiva
Not
life
leveled
steal?
up the most.
Oh.
Okay, they get it. Nikwa
right.
gets it. That's a 9-kill streak stopper.
Mechanically, what just happened there is actually pure luck. He basically came down to Yule's into a chrono, and then the game decides who gets the first frame of action. Whether that's Void and freezing you in the chrono, or you and spam clicking the BKB. He got the click off on the exact frame he went down, and he had frame priority. So that gave him the BKB in the chrono, like mid-chrono. But not quite enough to let him live.
Yeah.
Did take a very heavy commitment out of this SFT lineup, but all in all, I mean, they're going to be very happy taking Rezo off the map for over a minute. And by the time he's up, Chrono's back up as well.
Also a reminder, the only buyback used right there was Weaver's. I mean, it's a crucial one, but almost felt like it was actually more, the way that fight was going. They're, meanwhile, split pushing the middle lane. By the way, Weaver's completely out of defusal charges. He's with a level 2 defusal even.
Weaver's been purging so many of these Yules from Queen of Pain. S4's got a bit of a pipe dream in his quick buy right now, but if he could manage to get there, it would be absolutely huge for their lineup going forward with the Radiance queued up. Sustaining that extra damage throughout the team fight, giving the mischance even to the Void and the Weaver is just huge. So we'll have to see if he can make it there.
That is a tough task. Faceless Void, by the way, he has his axe. He can purchase it now if he wants to, without buyback, of course. But honestly, it's one of those items that seems like if you're going for it, you want to get that ASAP. So
yeah, they just might be a little gun shy with Weaver buyback being down. Now OG has a target, right? You know the Weaver buyback is down. If you can burst her down, then you pretty much win the team fight.
Yeah. Queen of Pain going in, pops the Shivas. They find Weaver. This Jerax, man, just never ceases to be impressive with the Earth Spirit. S4 goes in as well. Thunderclap. Primal Split. Nope, he decides better of it.
Yeah, they really need to force the BKB out of somebody first. Gonna get something at least.
Get the Night Stalker. As we mentioned, it's something there.
Very, very tanky Night Stalker, though, with Solar Crest and Lotus.
Does have quite a bit of armor. Bottom lane being pushed out by Thompson, however, he's level 21 now. He has his own BKB actually just about finished, so yet another one of those coming out in this game here. Weaver. What does Weaver get next? We mentioned the Diffusal. It's out of charge. It's still a great stat-based item, of course, as well as the Mana Burn. Is Desolator a thing? Like, could they still use that?
Maybe, yeah. Probably Bloodthorn is what this crit's going to go into, would be my guess. But I would have said Manta would have been really nice into the Diffusal. Or into the Orchid of Queen of Pain. But opting instead for more damage, gonna really be doing a lot. That even just having Baby Crit is gonna do a ton of damage here.
Queen of Pain deciding to go the Octarine core instead. At least queued up there. So passing up the idea of the Mjolnir, more of that right click as you were talking about. You get the synergy there, but Octarine has its own merits. Seem a little more beefy, if anything, which it seems like that's kind of the theme he's gone for, the Yules initially, and the BKB and the Shiva, so he's going to be a very difficult hero to kill.
Very defensive itemization this whole game.
Fly? Did he go too far?
They kind of want this, though.
As you said, perhaps some bait right here. Primal Split in the back lines. STSD going to be thrown out. There's a Tornado encounter. A buy time for him to get away, but that Tornado of the Air Bruling lasts a little bit longer. Night Stalker, the Lotus Orb up, reflecting the damage. Lycan's getting caught, by the way. He's getting low. The Chronosphere comes out. Chain Frost in the backlines. It is bouncing around. A lot of creeps nearby. And the Sonic Scream on top of that. Resolution, he's committing into the base with that BKB. No Lycan is dead. Weaver is dead. You're right. No buyback on him. Ancient Apparition also getting picked up. No buyback. So Resolution doing plenty in that fight. And now they're going to push this tower. It is a 4 versus 3. No Chronosphere. They do have Invoker sitting back spamming abilities, but Nikwa's caught out now. Lotus Orb popped though in the Time Walk, as well as the BKB. He's back up to full.
They need this here so badly.
I mean, I don't know if they have enough damage to kill Resolution, so I think they actually might be able to get this pretty easily. Night Stalker does go down there, and yeah, you can just tell. Without Weaver, they did not feel comfortable defending here.
It's a long time till Weaver, too. This could be Rax. You're pretty safe that they don't have buyback at this point. They would have used it. So you're feeling very confident if you're OG to continue pressuring here a little bit.
Jerax just going in. Throwing the Boulder Smash out. Nikwa is going to use a Chronosphere. They might kill Earth Spirit as the Meatball comes down. But again, Resolution is definitely going to stay alive. He pops his BKB. Looking at turn out. They maybe the greatest building hitters here.
So long.
But finally, they do get the ranged Rax. But now S4, he's perhaps overcommitted. And he'll end up going down here. Resolution, of course, makes his way out, but... So they got the ranged Rax. That's not ideal, but it is a Rax.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the punishment for this Resolution build choice, though. Like, if he had even just a Maelstrom there, that Rax falls so much faster. Without No-Tail, you can really see the lack of building damage coming forward, but... All in all, they do manage to secure barracks. They end up winning the team fight, and gold lead slightly swings back into their favor.
Ancient Apparition's working on his own axe now, so we are getting to that point. 42 minutes in, going to start seeing more of these luxury-style items.
This is a very important time for SFT, though. They need to make sure they get Roche control, and no win at spawns, because they potentially are going to lose their shrines in the next 2 minutes or so. And if they don't have full vision of Roshan and know where OG is, giving up that Aegis could just lose them the game.
Oh, they got the Faceless Void with that Axe, as mentioned in the Chronosphere, and he has 2,200 gold saved up, so this is definitely going to be nice progression for SFTe-sports. We keep mentioning how the lack of damage. I mean, Weaver deals damage, but obviously, as we saw without him in the fight, then they really miss out on him. So, Faceless Void will kind of be the backup here, if anything, as far as being able to right-click.
I'll give OG a lot of credit in the fact they're making these team fights very scattered. They're splitting people up. They're making them do odd things, and it's definitely causing problems.
Yeah, look at this. That's an Invis Spirit. I was wondering why. Okay, the rest of the team is smoked up behind him.
Yeah, every other rune gets purged with Tornado, but not.
Oh, they got Weaver.
It's a hard kill, though. Yeah.
Oh, it is a hard kill. The BKB in the time lapse. And now here comes a response. Darkness is applied. No tail. He has Shapeshift. He's going to try to use it right here. He got Silence Up. Doesn't matter, though. Chronosphere also connects. The Chain Frost is bouncing around. The Lotus Orb was put up, but it does kill No Tail. And now Resolution. He was caught in that initially. He's able to blink out, though. Again, he is extra tanky. Nico just trying to sit on top of him, but STST is going to eventually be run down. But the cores of SFT are going to stay alive
this
for
is
now.
A big kill, though.
Although Top's in. Yeah, he actually gets caught back. And what was he doing even back here? I mean, he does have the magic wand, but
he couldn't move. Like, that was a great play from S4. He just kept him in the air for so long. It's kind of feeling like that's No Tail's job. Draw a Chronosphere, draw an AA Blast.
All right, so I apologize. That was a melee Rax right there. Wow. The range Rax does get destroyed now, but for some reason thought those were range Rax that got destroyed initially, so... Anyways, top lane, flag goes down. Nico does get picked off. Resolution, we are starting to see that life dip a little bit as Weaver's sitting on top of him.
But he's going to have so much lifesteal, though, if he wants to turn on this.
And he even gets pushed away by the Boulder Smash. And he'll be fine, too, so... Yeah, the hold of SFTe-sports, it does seem like it's becoming a more and more of a difficult task here for them.
Yeah.
And here come the shrines now being destroyed. Bottom shrine going down. Octarine Core obviously finished on Queen of Pain with the Bloodthorn here. Now even coming out. Yeah, she's just been dominating the net worth charts, man. But
she's just, yeah, Queen of Pain is so massive right now. And honestly, they got both shrines right now, right as Roshan spawned. They do not take the time to D-ward, though. So this is something that SFT is going to be aware of. I don't think they can react in time, though.
No. Maybe Ice Blast as well, but it's actually not even off cooldown. And there's no way they defend this. They're kind of sneaking over. Yeah, it's not going to happen, though. Dust comes out even. They saw that they were smoked up. They got exposed, but it is going to be too late, and that's Cheese Unliking, Queen of Pain. She gets the Aegis, actually going to replace her Power Treads for the time being.
Yeah, so with the Bloodthorn pickup now, she does some actual building damage, too.
She will be a little bit slower, but obviously has that mobility of the blink. Feeling comfortable, especially with the Octarine Core and the 12% cooldown reduction talent. The blink's technically less than a 4-second cooldown at this point, so...
Technically correct's the best kind of correct.
Yes, it is. 3.96 seconds there. Bloodthorn for Weaver is almost finished as well, and that'll give him, of course, the Octarine presence, as he does pick up right there, so he'll have his own silence up now. I'll burst down some targets.
It's just awkward. So much of the SFT lineup depends right now on Weaver not getting caught and forced to BKB early. Like, the BKB needs to be used to hit people, not run away. And Invoker being around to Alacrity, either the Weaver or the Faceless Void. Void didn't build any real damage right now, so Alacrity in the Chrono is about the only way they're bringing somebody down with the Void. So yeah, Invoker's position is key in this. If they can just burn Tops in again, it's probably game.
Again, this is game number 2. SFTe-sports actually up 1-0 over OG, so OG trying to force that third game. SFT would like to close it out here, but right now OG, the ones that are in control. 10,000 net worth lead, have the bottom set of racks taken out, top lane. Queen of Pain's up here, you see Illidan going in. Queen of Pain does have that Arcane Rune, it's going to be wearing off. BKB's going off, S4, uses Sizz, there we go, Illidan his own. Pops a shrine even as well as a time lapse, so got very scared right there. They're gonna kill off some of the Brewlings even. But it's like, how do you commit to resolution here? Well, that's gonna, he's a half day. Oh my god, he's melting away actually. Again, he has the Aegis here, but Sunstrike misses. Yeah, he's just standing his ground, so he's just gonna purposely commit the Aegis. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, no tail split pushing. That's why. So they're playing a distraction game, if anything. On the side of OG, but now Silence up on a Queen of Pain. Here come the auto attacks. They're going to start up with the Cold Snap as well. Beals. Oh, there comes the Chrono through, though. But the push out from Jerax comes through once again. He's on top of the plays with the Air Sprint, allows Resolution to come with the Sonic Wave, heals back up to full, and now Faceless Void's going to end up dropping most likely. AA's already lost. Nikwa, however, no, he stays just alive enough for now. He has another time walk of 2 seconds, it doesn't matter. The Scream comes out, he goes down, double kill for Resolution. Buyback on a Faceless Void, but that's going to be a Rax killed as well for OG. It's time and time again. Jerax just continues to save the day.
I bow to the Jerax god. The only reason he could even do that was this incredibly smart Aegis Lens pickup. It gave him the range to just kick his teammate out of that chrono entirely. That was insane.
And this is the beginning of the end now for OG. Weaver goes down, no buyback to be had. It's Mega Creeps, obviously. And OG will stay alive, move on to game number 3 here in this best of 3. I mean, Resolution, net worth-wise and everything, he no doubt was the carry. But Jerax, I think you can give the MVP award to in a lot of ways in this game.
Oh, definitely.
They're just still
this game
overtime.
Was so bleak for OG in so many ways. And honestly, Rezo and Jerax just putting the team on their backs and making it okay. So we are going to game number 3 here. Oh, boy.
That we are. 49-minute victory for OG. Feeling pretty good.